Good morning. My name is danlanpro. 100 videos in 100 days. You can find me over at youtube.com, Webmaster Dan or danlanpro. Make sure you hit subscribe or that like button. Look, this week we covered a lot. We covered the vlogging kit. We covered the iPhone video kit. We covered the ring light. We covered all types of things. We covered switchers, external switchers, which you call an external switcher. See, you got an external switcher, which is a piece of hardware, and then you got switchers now that's built into the software. We also covered browser-based live streaming software compared to software-based live streaming software, and to show the difference in the two. Just like the software, the browser-based and the software-based, it's the same with hardware and software-based. It's whether one or the other is CPU sensitive. And we're going to continue to cover things as far as how we share this information, because I'm very passionate about what I do, and being retired and in my golden years, this is just something I always wanted to do. Just like people have ministries and people have instructions and teaching classes and donate to charity, etc. I do the same thing, even though I saw this as a hobby for the last 4 or 5 years, and now I see it as a small business, but I also see it as a form of ministry or classroom, where whatever it is that I learn or find out about new, I want to share. Because when you have a vision, that's your vision. That's your passion. You don't have to approve that with anyone. You don't have to go through people to get validation. As long as you stick to your passion, you're just gonna be fine. That's a principle. See, and when you apply a principle, it don't matter where you apply that principle principle gonna result in whatever it is that you needed to accomplish or achieve. See, I watch people all the time. And like I always share with people, I've been military, post office, stepping community, low end, different places. And each phase or each experience taught me a lot of things. And then I watch people that have beautiful ideas and beautiful dreams and visions, but they don't stick to them. I've watched people in the dance community that 1 minute they're an announcer, the next minute they're a DJ, the next minute they're an instructor, the next minute they're relationship counselors. They move around, they jump around because they're trying to please people. They're trying to find people to approve their vision. I stick to my vision, and most of the people that I know who were successful in all of those different environments, they stuck to whatever it is that they had passion about. Even in the dance community, if they had passion about hosting or promoting or DJing, whatever it was they was passionate about, and they stuck to it, now you see the cause and effect. You see the effect now of something they may have established or the seeds they may have planted years ago, which goes back to what I said about principle. You reap what you sow. So they sowed those seeds and they come into fruition now. It's the same thing with video production, and now as you add on live streaming. So it's almost like it doesn't matter if it's software based, if it's hardware based, if it's browser based. Most of these programs work off the same theory, concepts, and basics. So once you learn those basics, you can learn most of these programs. It's like reading and writing. But you gotta have that vision as to what the project is and what you're trying to achieve, and which is the best tool to apply to that project. I just share with people some of the things that make your project easier to obtain, easier to accomplish. See, I remember the years when I used to have to pretty much debate and argue with people about what's happening now, because I had that vision. I had that vision for the dance community. I had that vision for the spiritual community. I had that vision for the post office. Everywhere I go, even when I make videos in the dance community, etc., they have a direct relationship to the low end. They have a direct relationship to the sound of the L's and the trains and the things. Even hearing somebody call somebody out their name had a certain rhythm to it. The way we walk, the way we dress, Everything plays a role when I make that video or have some impact on that video, and had a lot to do with my vision as far as wanting to do this as a lifelong passion. It's the same no matter what. Even in the spiritual community, when I'm doing that from that perspective, I'm doing it from a spiritual perspective. So I feel the spirit in what I'm doing when I'm doing something pertaining to just quoting a scripture or talking about a particular life experience that has to do with knowledge or wisdom. So all of these things play a role in what you're doing. See, when I watch people, I listen to people. You got a lot of people who sound smart or who are smart. You got a lot of people who are wise, but you got a lot of people who argue to be right instead of righteous. And they will argue you or talk you out of your dream or talk you out of your vision. I've never let no one do that. See, I watch people now that everything they said they didn't want to do with video, they doing it now. And the only reason they doing it now, the change, is because we had a crisis. We had a crisis that forced people to accept something that you may have been sharing with them as far as vision. And you are no exception to the rule. It's just that other people have come along in life and in humanity and introduced new ideas and tried to get people or learn new things and tried to share with people, and they was rejected. See, so it doesn't matter that they reject you. That don't mean you give up. See, what if the Henry Ford had gave up? What if most inventors and creators, the Wright brothers, had gave up? What if God stopped creating the world on Wednesday? You see, it doesn't matter what it is. The principle is the same. God don't start nothing that he don't complete, and that includes the work he does in us. So if that is a principle that gets positive results, why would I give up on my dream or my vision because the rest of the world don't agree with it, or the rest of the community don't agree with it, or the rest of the people or the family or the friends or associates don't agree with it? I stick to what it is I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about video. I'm passionate about capturing images and making storytelling and the equipment that you use to capture these images. I'm passionate about all these things. So I never let nobody talk me out of it. And see, a lot of the same people that was saying, don't do this and don't do that, I see them now. They still doing the same thing. They change with the wind. They change like our feelings. That's why I never allow my feelings to get in the way of my passion. Death, joy, happiness, sadness, depression, all those things is a part of life. So just like a job, when you have certain things happen, you take a moment, but you got to go back to work. You got to keep on living. So you can't get in your feelings, because even though the job may give me a week off, I may still be grieving 3 weeks later. I got to work through that. So it's the same with a project. You got to work through that. You got to go with that. You can't go by what the populace say. Watch. If you just watch famous people, you see celebrities, you will see what popular really means. If you just watch a gladiator or some of those old movies about gladiators, how the people had the thumbs up while the gladiator was killing everybody, but once he was under the pitchfork, they put the thumbs down on him too. You see, they had the thumbs up for him to kill the other people, but as soon as he was under the pitchfork, they put the thumbs up. Go on, do it. Give him. They change on you like the wind. And that's how some people are. So you can't go around telling everybody your vision or your dream. You can't go around debating, because that just let people know that you're not sure about what your passion is. I don't have to debate my passion or my gift. It's not open for discussion. Like you got to persuade me that the projects that I'm trying to share with you, you got to persuade me of how they could be done. See, I've met many people that want to talk about video like they know video and don't know nothing about video. Why would I listen to that person tell me or talk me out of my visions and dreams? I usually leave those people where they are. I usually let them sit where they sit. That's not to put them down, but that's anything that you're trying to accomplish, any vision that you have. Sometimes you got to put people, you got to leave where they are. And sometimes it's people close to you. Like I said, you can't get in your feelings about these particular things. I hear people right now. I can go on my Facebook page right now, and I'll find somebody that 20 years ago, they had the same toxic, negative responses or advice for me as far as video production or some of the things that I visioned that they had 20 years ago. Now, why would I listen to this person? Because they're doing the same thing. I stuck to what I stuck to. And the people I really learned from are the people who stuck to what their passion and visions was. Whether they were promoting in the dance community or dancers or DJs or visionaries, whatever they stuck to, they reap what they sow. The seeds they planted came to fruition. And those things are coming to fruition now. So we're dealing with cause and effect. We're dealing with system thinking. We're dealing with all types of variables involved in accomplishment. And one of the things in accomplishment is you can't listen to the toxic. Most people listen to optimistic people. When you sit up with a group of pessimistic people, then you're going to get pessimistic attitudes and you're going to respond to your passion and your gifts in the same way. So when you see me doing vlogging kits and you see me sharing just the little things that I want to share, that's my ministry. That's my class. That's my charity. That's my way of sharing with people or giving. See, giving is not just about monetary or money. And we have gotten on this prosperity page where we think that giving is all about monetary values. Money, money, money. But think about all the things that you've given money to and it didn't change a thing. But think about all the people who gave up from a humanitarian perspective or from a charitable perspective or cause and effect. And you'll see that's where the differences were made. The Kings and the Malcolms and the Mother Teresa's, et cetera, et cetera. You see that these people gave with looking for no monetary reward. And look at the results of what they gave. So whatever your gift or your passion is, like Martin Luther King said, everybody can't be famous. But guess what? Everybody can be great. So if my greatness is just sharing a vlogging kit or a video kit or a switcher or whatever it is, a light or how to use a stand, that's what I do. Those were my visions when I started this. And I'm glad to say that God has always blessed me, no matter what the situation is, no matter what my feelings are, to be able to do what I'm passionate about and to share with people and bring happiness and joy when they get something from me that I share. Hey, my name is danlanpro. You can find me over at youtube.com, Webmaster Dan or danlanpro. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button. Hey, this is an interview with Dan Land. Till next time, peace.